Watch your damn self. Oh, you think you're real scary, huh? I'll show you scary. Come on, little boy, let's settle this like men. Whoa! Oh! Oh, Brown's coming up real fast.
What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to another video. Like I said already, I feel like on Twitter and other videos, we're going to be doing our game recap reactions for the next 2 games, actually 3 games technically, in the same type of style that you're seeing right now. I film my own footage and then talk over it because, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already seen, I am in Winnipeg. I took the flight out today, early morning out of Vancouver, got in the afternoon, and I had to go to the game. Went with my dad and my uncle, and holy crap, did I pick a good Jets game to go to, because I feel like this was the most entertaining game of the year, without a doubt, and not because it went to a shootout, but just because of the play that we saw. And I'm going to say it right now, because I know that Zachary Nolan, who I actually met today for the first time as well, so that was an absolute blast. Shout out to Zach. Gotta say, I said, going into the third period, this is the most complete game the Jets have played all year round. And do you know what happens? They blew it going into that third period. They blow the lead. They go to overtime. I thought, oh God, Eric Commer's in net. What the hell are we going to do? Bam! Somehow, the Jets pull out of the overtime. Tons of chances. Can't bury it. They get 2 posts and on the goal line and out to the goalie in this game. One by Nate Schmidt in the second, and then one in overtime, I believe from Josh Morrissey. I don't even know who that was because I was screaming my heart out. God, what a game to go to. This was an amazing game, and I'm going to start with the Jets' perspective, as I always do, because I think Dallas tonight didn't necessarily have a great game. There were some good individual performances, but as an overall collective, they kind of just really waited for the Jets to ease back off of the gas, and then they were able to get their goals, because up until that point, yeah, the Jets still had some problems in their own end. The defense wasn't as consistent as you would like it to be at this point, going into almost 10 games coming into the Friday match, but nonetheless, I thought that they were better. I really liked the play of Nate Schmidt tonight. Obviously, he is a workhorse and has been for us, especially offensively, and you love to see it. The guy is, I believe, almost he's eclipsed half of his point total from last year in 9 games already, which is amazing. Definitely worth a 3rd-round pick, if not more, so really happy with that bounce back, like I knew he would. Josh Morrissey, again, he's becoming this amazing power play catalyst for us, and I don't understand how, because last couple of years on the power play, Jomo hasn't been very good up there. But tonight, holy crap. And screw that. Tonight he was great, but he's been great all season long on the power play and on 5-on-5. Yeah, the defensive side of the game hasn't been great, but that's the entirety of the Winnipeg Jets team, right? Like, their whole defensive side, from forwards to defenders, and even the goaltending at times, hasn't been good. It's been their weakest link of the team to start this season. And even though they blew the lead, I will say that Eric Comrie wasn't good tonight. And I want us to go in probably from those positives with how we had great performances from Schmidt, from Morrissey. We had a great performance from PLD. Again, he's been fired to start this year. Kyle Connor was magical out there. Even Ehlers, although he wasn't able to fucking score, I still understand how he can't. He looks so good out there, but either way, the Jets still were able to play a good, dynamic game. That was the reason why they had a lead going into that third period, and they were able to end up winning this game. They played a good style of hockey. The problem was, when they had the lead about halfway through the third, when Dallas started to strike, especially on that power play goal that they were able to score in front where they jammed away, the Jets were trying to protect the lead and keep shots away from Eric Comrie, and were playing a very passive game. That bit them in the butt. If the Jets were going out there and playing a little more high speed and dominant, I don't necessarily think that the game goes to OT. I think that they would have probably won if they weren't playing so passive, but yet again, I do respect that style because I don't trust Eric Comrie, and clearly the Jets don't trust Eric Comrie entirely either, because, you know, when you're up by that much, if Connor Hellebuck was in net, I would expect to see them press a little bit more, but they didn't, and I don't know necessarily why that was. I think it was because of Comrie, but you guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as always. Overall, though, what a game. Like, I keep saying that, and I'm losing my voice already just talking 4 minutes into this, because I cannot just believe how entertaining this was. If you were at the game, please take the time to pause the video, comment your favorite moment of the game, because I feel like, as a collective, this was the game that we needed for the Jets as a fan base, and honestly for the city of Winnipeg. Like, I'm not gonna lie, winning the home opener was great. But for them to come out and play an entertaining matchup like this, the place was buzzing. At the end of the video, I'm going to play the recorded overtime and shootout. Well, not the overtime won't be unmuted, but the shootout will be unmuted so you guys can enjoy and listen to that atmosphere when they win. It was magical to be there and experience that. I've been to tons and tons of NHL games in my life. Canucks mostly being the team that I, with the Vancouver, the city I live in, and a team that I rooted for more than half my life. And I will confidently say this, that the Vancouver crowds have nothing on a Winnipeg game. I would go far to say that a Moose game has more energetic crowds than what you get at Canuck games sometimes. And that's not saying all Canuck fans are bad, but the atmosphere in Winnipeg is unmatched, I feel like. Is it the best experience of a game, with the spectacles and all nice? Probably not. And I see people rag on them and say the Jets aren't the best as Vegas, but when you're a hockey fan and you want pure hockey at its finest and the fans that appreciate it, you gotta come to Winnipeg and experience a game. If you haven't already thought about putting Winnipeg on your bucket list as a must-see destination for hockey, you have to if you're a hockey fan. I love it out here, and I'm so glad that I came out to watch this game, and I can't wait to go to that Thursday game, not to mention the fact that they had those hockey fight cancers, raffle pucks, where you buy a puck, it's wrapped, you don't know who signed it, and me and Zach both bought one, and we both got Andrew Kopp. So go check out Zach's short. He uploaded it in my videos on Twitter if you care to watch us unbox it. But nonetheless, either way, I really enjoyed this game. Obviously, I could nitpick and say, yeah, they weren't great, but I think what it really comes down to is the fact that the Jets' defense is still a little shaky. It was improved, but still shaky. It's been that way the whole season. And when you have a shaky defense that isn't 100% reliable at times at clearing the puck and getting the good breakout passes, and a goaltender like a goaltender like Eric Comrie, that isn't the most reliable, that can sometimes let in the bad goal, like we saw tonight, getting left out to dry, one-on-ones, breakaway situations. Ironically, even though in the breakaway for the shootout, he was able to stop some pucks and got lucky, he won, but on the regular ice, we know how he can be on a one-on-one matchup. He wasn't very good tonight in that category. And I really am happy that Eric Comrie was able to get the win. I think that's huge for him, but I think it's a little concerning too, because I think tonight was an example of what type of goals Eric Comrie will let in for you if he's your backup. Obviously, he can make a save from time to time, but those goals necessarily weren't all good. Now, I'm not going to say it was his fault that he was terrible, but nonetheless, I still think that the Jets need to go out and get a better backup. It's just my opinion, and I'll die on that rock. I really believe that that's their weakest link of this team. Obviously, the cap is an issue and how they're going to fix that, but nonetheless, I still think that that is something that they should work on going into the season with the trade deadline looming in, February or whatever it'll be. But either way, that will be something that I think Chevy and the management team will have to address as time gets on, because I don't think Eric Comrie will be the guy you want in case Hellebuyck goes down, especially in the playoffs. It's just not something that you're going to want. So we can all have to hope for the best there. But if Eric Comrie can somehow get some wins under his belt and come in clutch tonight, and also shout out to Connor Hellebuyck. I didn't even say this yet, but him and his wife had a baby to this morning, and that's why I didn't play tonight. So Connor, well, I hope that everything was good. I've seen it all went good. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but either way, congratulations, and I wish you and your family the absolute best. You're an amazing person, and you just seem like a great guy. So I know you'll be a great dad. So enjoy fatherhood, and congratulations to you and your family. And either way, though, without Hellebuyck on this team, Mark Scheifele came back tonight. Mark Scheifele's first game since COVID, and he looked really good. Obviously, there were times where he looked a little slow, but Blake Wheeler was the guy that was very slow out there tonight. He did not do much well. I think he was able to get a point, but again, Blake Wheeler's just good at passing the puck, at being in the right place at the right time because of that vision, so he can get points, but his overall 5-on-5 play is abysmal. The guy cannot skate. The guy is horrible at back checking. He runs out of gas so quickly, and I hate to say this, but I don't know. I hope the third line is a better suit for him. He looked more confident out there with Lowry than he did in the top six, obviously, but nonetheless, I don't know necessarily what the future holds for Blake Wheeler. We're going to have to wait and see as the season develops. It wasn't necessarily a horrible game, but it wasn't an amazing game for him either. I don't know. I would say that it was mediocre at best, which is probably how you could describe Blake Wheeler's entire season. Actually, had COVID and everything, but either way, even last year and the preseason. So hopefully we'll be able to see better play from Wheeler if he's a staple on that third line. We're just going to have to wait and see how Maurice juggles up everything. But that top six and that offense should not be broken up. Obviously, you can insert Mark Scheifele up there on the Stastny line, and I don't think that chemistry changes very much. If anything, it might get better with how Kopp is much faster than Stastny, so that could actually work with Scheifele coming up there as well, and that speed balance. But either way, I'm very happy with how this team played. I don't know what really else to say other than the fact that go Jets go. What an absolute game, a gem game. To everyone I met tonight, shout out to you guys because you're absolute gems, and it was a pleasure to meet you guys and talk hockey with you. Me and Zach and special guest Ryan from Hot Garbage Sports, the original Prairie Puck podcast team, will be at the game on Friday against the Blackhawks. We'll be there early making tweets, so follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. You can come meet us if you want, chat hockey, whatever you want. We'll be doing that. We'll be there early at the arena, so if you have a ticket, come early, come say hi. We'd love to meet you guys. All that being said, peace, love, and positivity as always. Make sure to comment what your favorite moment was from this game was. Appreciate all the support, the kindness that you guys have given lately with me coming to Winnipeg, and the great words and comments and everything you guys have left. It's been awesome, and I just really appreciate you all. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the awesome viewers that I have out there and the great Jets fans that we are. So with all that being said, I'll leave you with peace, love, and positivity. Have a great rest of your night. Go Jets, go, and enjoy the uncut version of the Winnipeg Jets winning in front of a very, very happy crowd. Have a great rest of your night. Go Jets, go. Bye-bye.
Woo!